I'm back. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to continue instead of start a new game. I just realized my New Game Plus team actually consists entirely of the new classes in Renaissance. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing for... did something weird just oh god, lag. Yep, something weird's going on. It should be fine in a bit. If my computer can't handle playing Final Fantasy Renaissance, something is absolutely wrong with it. Anyway, yeah, I only have 1 hour and 30 minutes to play. Because, it's time for me to start doing my finals projects for all of my subjects that I have in my college right now. Frankly, I've been holding them off for long enough. I have no one but myself to blame for the fact that I now have to cram so many. So this is my last 1 hour and 30 minutes of joy. Well, not entirely. I don't hate doing the stuff I have to do. I mean, I chose the course. I'm happy with my decision. It's what I want to do, but it isn't necessarily what I'm good at. I admittedly sometimes still second guess whether or not I've chosen the course I'm... That was... excuse me. I need a... I'm also hungry, but I just got home from school. I just finished taking a bath and toothbrushing. I don't like eating after toothbrushing. I do post the recording dates on the description of these videos. You might have noticed there is a bit of a discrepancy in time. Sometimes that's because I'm very slow and lazy when it comes to uploading videos. Other times it's because the stockpile of videos becomes too much that I decide to just schedule them. I don't know why. I don't like bulk uploading. Even though I said last video what my thoughts about what I think about me recording these videos mean to me personally. I don't know, I just don't like the idea of publicly posting that many videos all in one. I guess you could call it a bit of a character quirk or some sort of OCD thing maybe. I do have OCD. Yeah, it's probably just my OCD. Another way my OCD expresses itself. Yeah, what course would I choose to participate in if I decided I don't want to do programming anymore? I hope Mom isn't listening here. But I have no intentions of changing courses. I guess I'd do something related to social sciences. But then politics would have to be involved in my life, and I would inevitably have to be involved in my life, and I don't want that. Being a therapist and stuff. I mean, I'm not very good at talking to people, but I'm surprisingly good at faking it, I guess. And as long as I know what I'm doing, my social anxieties and my personality and my character quirks don't really need to matter on a field like that. A doctor's definitely a no-go. Although I'm doing something science-y, my personality is still more of an artist than it is a scientist. And no, Myers-Briggs 16 personalities, if you believe in that bullshit. I don't, personally. I've already made my stance clear on personality tests and stuff. I'm not sure if I recorded it, if I've recorded them. I'm pretty sure I've already talked about them in multiple videos. Probably. What the heck? 21 damage on Bailey? These guys are hard. Yep, life is getting a bit easier. I might actually be able to reach the poison dungeon now in a relatively healthy state. I mean, I can always just use the tent. It's all about managing the risk and safety and stuff, you know? Wait, why didn't I bring out the wolf? This fight could have gone faster if Bailey just took out her Pokemon. Yeah, that'd be funny. Oh yeah! Now I remember. Screw the Marsh Cave. I'm starting a new game. You might, to the one person who watches this, and who knows, maybe there are more people. I'm running. I don't want to deal with these guys. It's not what you think. I'm not starting over. I'm not starting over. I'm not starting over. I swear I'm not starting over. I'm just starting over. Okay, no, I'm not starting over, but I just wanted to experiment with some funny ideas and see what would happen. There's two ideas I have in mind. Well, it was originally just one, but now it's two. How many battles did I encounter? I'm pretty sure I net posited. They're just funny ideas. Oh yeah, the bard, or I guess troubadour. I was debating whether to bring a troubadour or a dancer, and ultimately I chose rhythmist. Two reasons: one, I like the way they look. I just really don't like the way the bard looks, and two, actually that's the only reason. I don't know why. I just think the Troubadour looks really cringe with its color palette. I don't know, it's just, the colors just don't do it for me. Anyway, this is a Dragoon. Armor literally doesn't matter, but I do want my Dragoon party to deal damage. I don't know why, but this is just really funny to me for some reason. Anyway, you probably already know what I'm trying to do here. Let's just go straight to Garland. Who cares? Oh! Look at him go. Okay, super jumping is actually... Okay, wow, jumping actually does a lot of damage. Holy crap. I mean, yeah, it does still take 2 turns. Potentially if I didn't have my all-Dragoon party here. I still would have sustained heavy damage from the imps. Some damage from the imps, rather. We're going sky high. We're gonna fly high. And yes, I am trying to make a JoJo reference. Since it's not really all that obvious, I'm gonna make it very clear. Oh my god, Garland dodged it. Didn't dodge that one. Oh shit, it lit. Oh god! Well, there's no limit to how high we can go. Wee! Oh no! He lived! Oh yeah! There you go! Yo, speedrun strats? All Dragoon Party? I want people to speedrun Final Fantasy Renaissance. Okay, that's enough of that. Fucking who died? Jump. there's a bit of ironic comedy to be had there, I think. Honestly, any mono class team would be very funny. But you know, you can make a tier list as for who would be the funniest. You know, a sick part of me kinda wants to be able to play in New Game Plus difficulty with the starter classes, rather than them already being advanced. Did I skip it? Where is... There they are. Wait, no, it's supposed to be Pokemon Champion. Oh, I guess increased encounter rates are inevitable with this team. I guess that's one of their flaws. Right, they do need equipment. I do enjoy this part of the game a lot. Any game that has character creation like this, I think, should always start off every character as being completely empty-handed, and you have to manually buy their equipment. Right now, though, it is seemingly just a little bit of tedium. Well, honestly, I'm pretty sure I could have done that in level 1. All I had to do was not die, and even then, if you are speedrunning, it would have been cheaper, since we know we can take on Garland that way. It would have been cheaper to just let as many of them die and have them revive later. It would be RNG how many people Garland kills there, but honestly, I don't know how the speedrun goes after that. Deadass, check this out. Do you see this? 3 out of 3 went to Mon and only 1 went to Poke. Or Poke. I mean, at least Mass and Tur didn't get hit. You know what's really nice? The fact that the names are just there. That way I never forget them. Or rather, I don't need to remember them more accurately. Not weak enough? What do you mean? I need to damage them first. I know how statistics work, okay? I don't major in statistics and probability or whatever, but I play Dungeons and Dragons. Don't mess with us, Dungeons and Dragons fans. We like to think we're masters in probability. Says the guy that keeps dice that keep rolling low in a prison. Right, we should... There. I mean, they are just imps, but I just want to see if it's possible. I was so busy trying to answer the question if I could. I never stopped to question if I should. Which I never needed to because the answer has always been yes. There, please tell me they aren't. I just realized you get catch and the limit ability to guarantee a catch all in, both at the same time, so... I think being able to catch should have been a feature of the Tamer right in the beginning. Oh, they don't drop any money. Because only being able to temporarily control enemies during the specific combat encounters, NGL kinda lame. Three of them call, one of them tries to catch. That way we have a variety of monsters in our pocket. I don't know why, but I've been in the talkative mood as of late. Don't expect it to happen often. Come on. Neil. At the end of the day, I don't get this feeling often. And more likely than not, soon enough, these videos will go back to just me being silent as I watch random videos. Spiders! I know a character that I made who'd like to keep these guys as pets. Okay, they deal a shit ton of damage. That's annoying. So it seems what counts as a room is just like a third of the right side of the enemy screen. That's interesting, I think. Gotta catch them all. I misclicked. Alright, we got one spider at least. Which is good, cause Pope. There we go, we're level 2. I'm not fighting Garland, I just wanna do a normal encounter and see what this'll look like. A full party of Beastmasters taking out their Pokemon. Nice. No captured monster. Oh, shirt. That was Poke that captured the spiders. Yeah, boy. And that's actually it. I believe should Pope have his own thing, would straight up be unable to get it. Booyah. But hey, that's a neat concept. And if you want to have a normal playthrough of Final Fantasy Renaissance, you can get away with having you can have fun with having at least 2, but you know, Final Fantasy is the most fun when you have a variety of characters to play with. Alright, enough of the wacky stuff. Where was I? Huh? There's a spider and an imp apparently, but they ran away. I never got to see them anyway, so they sure were nimble. But I can't have them running away. I need the XP and money. Another Great Wolf encounter would be nice, honestly. So I can have another topped off Great Wolf. Damn it, I didn't know we were this close to getting to level 8. How many spell slots does that give us now? Ooh, level 4 for V3 now. Oops, Bailey can't. Same with Evely. The heck? I mean, obviously V3 gets less spells, but how the heck is she getting new levels at the same rate as a standard spellcaster? I'm just gonna stay here a bit until I get 100 gold, so at least it's a net positive no matter how small net positive actually is. Never actually got to see. I need to try paying better attention. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Anyway, I don't want to be an artist and just make drawings. I think that's way too boring. What I want to do is tell stories. I know how terrible being a mangaka is. So, I guess that might be out of the question unless I'm willing to go through with being a webcomic artist and having my own schedule and making life living harder. I used to be terrible at telling stories, but now at least I think I'm halfway decent. I made a Let's Play of a few of the games I've made over the years. And yeah, their stories are pretty terrible, NGL. But my latest one, Lost Pupper, had a pretty decent comedic story. Nothing special, but it's at least passable as a story, I think. And I did have that fanfiction of Archaea, which is still currently my latest published story. Which is kinda sad. Stop! You're gonna kill her. So does the Great Wolf? Does summoning the Great Wolf actually increase the amount of targets? yeah, I do have these. I had a schedule, so it'll probably take a while before I get answers to this question, sadly. Or does it just make it so when Bailey's the one that gets targeted, it becomes the Great Wolf instead? I need to pay attention to that as well. Or I shouldn't be having the... There you go. Her color palette makes her blend in well with the forest, I'll say. That's supposed to be a compliment. Heck yeah, 200 HP V3. No, I may as well. I'll go get copper bracelets. What if I tried Mara in front? And that's stupid. No, let's get some level 3 spells. What's the level 3 list for B3 again? I don't remember. I don't think it's anything good anyway. Obviously, I'm gonna get them one day. For completion's sake. I do want to get at least one of the regens. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but Stone Skin would probably be way better. It's a fixed amount of damage, so it basically acts like an absorption shield. The yellow hearts in Minecraft. And both of them kinda suck, since they're both single target. They are technically healing, but a worse kind of healing. You know, I'll go get regen level 3. Because level 3 is... You still get a lot of spellcast for level 3, but further than that becomes harder. 10% for level 3, I think, is pretty acceptable. And yeah, it is still just single target, but as long as it's spammable just due to its level, I think it'll be fine. And I will get another regen, so... By the way, in case you're wondering, no, the regens don't stack. I am broke now, but let me see again. Hold and buy, they're actually pretty good, but... Let's see. Let's try making our way to the Marsh Cave again. Well, I won't have an easy time if you do this game. Alright, let's just guarantee ourselves a new wolf pal. Oh, look at that! Emily's thing's already full. Yeah, you can just spam barrier. Literally just one encounter later, it's already right back. Get us a new feline companion. Wait, feline? I meant furry companion. Well, I mean, cats are furry as well, but... I'm so good at language. No, I didn't mean to call. I meant to catch. Gotta catch 'em all. And then just fucking exuviate the shit out of them. Ow. V3 already attacked though. I thought V3 was supposed to be slow. Oh, too late for healing now. The key here is trying to maximize. The key here in this team is trying to maximize the self-sustenance abilities of V3 and Mara as much as you can. And yeah, swapping party orders around. Emily is most likely going to be stuck in the back a lot of the times, unless under very special circumstances. Yeah, look at that, 90%. You'd be surprised how often I fail 90%. Yeah, statistically speaking, it should be a fail rate of 10%. But that's the thing with probability. And unfortunately, whatever, it's just an asp. Fucking get controlled. Why? Why the fuck is this? Why the fuck are asps so good at one-hit poisoning V3? V3, you're supposed to be a robot. How the fuck does a snake bite poison you? What, do they tamper with your... the snake venom tamper with your frickin' circuits or something? How the fuck do they even pierce your stupid ass armor? Yeah, that's right. Your body's stupid ass armor. I keep forgetting. Risk a drain samba, I suppose. Let the dogs out. Yeah, making good use of accretion as well is probably another important thing for survivability. Ow, took it right back, huh? Again. 55% means getting a roll of a 10 on a D20. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're getting pretty strong. But ultimately, I like video games and I want to make video games, so yeah, I'm sticking to my college Yeah, I went through a lot of tangents until finally coming back to that topic. Oh yeah, dread spikes. I want to try this out again. Right, we need Doggo. We're almost there. Of course, these guys just had to show up. I just need to believe. Alright, get Accretion out as fast as possible, that's good. I wonder how the Time Mage would pair with the Green Mage. How does enhancing with gain... What does enhancing with gain do? What about double cast? What will double casting do? That'll deal 20 damage to B3. Why does the regen not start immediately? Why is it still 0? Seriously, I need answers on how that thing works. I just realized I won't have access to the exit spell. Oh, actually, no. The Green Wizard is supposed to have access to a similar enough spell to what we could do with the Red Wizard and the Time Wizard. I can't tame Bones, sadly. That's a strange sentence to say. Good to know they still have shit HP here. Yeah, look at that. Heck yeah. Is Mara actually just the greatest dancer to ever live? right now. I don't need to heal. I know this is a dead end, but I just want to get some enemies to fight. Sure, my limit isn't full. And I want to see if I can tame the scum. That'd be very funny. Let's try Flurry. I wanted to talk about this story ideas I have, but I'm getting kind of tired of talking. Like, I always have ideas. Unfortunately, I don't always find the time to write them, but I do have an idea pile, and good God, it is large and filled to the brim with ideas. Some good, some very bad. Let's see if this works. Sure, they're actually pathetic. I believe in Mara. Crawlers. Whoa. I forgot they can stun. No! Shirt. Just gonna have to hope beyond all hope. Ah. I just realized I can do anti-poison. Gosh. I didn't know they were this annoying to deal with. exuviate. This is absurd. Oh, there's still poison. What? The guy lied to me. Come on, one more time, Bailey. Don't you... V3's out. Yeah, I think I'll just write them down. I had an idea for a group of cultists that aren't actually bad. They worship the evil person that they do because they know they want to appease them because they know that if they don't, world could potentially be very fucked. And they do if their Dark Lord does come out, at least they have a slightly higher chance of not getting killed off immediately on account of them being worshippers. Feel free to steal that idea for D&D or something. Of course. If I can get the crawler captured, that might be a huge advantage. No! Keep trying. Never mind, I can't. Just run. Yeah, wow, this place sucks. Hey, I'm doing pretty good money-wise, actually. If my theory holds true that Bailey can't take damage as long as she has a summon out, then she is potentially a better tank that should be on the top instead of B3. When will our limits recover? Damn. Can't drain from undead. Also, I fully healed. May as well. I want to see if I can get a better capture. Anything I capture here is definitely going to be good. Like the arachnid. Ah, there you go. Alrighty. Ayo! Got 128. So it's actually less HP than the Great Wolf. But it can poison.
Online, or shown by search engines, found little evidence that you're ideologically isolated. It's the exact opposite. Online, you are constantly confronted with opinions and worldviews that are not your own. It turns out that the place where you are the most ideologically isolated is your real life, in the real world, with real people. Your real-world interactions with your friends, family, colleagues, and neighbors are much less diverse than your online bubble. The filter bubble exists in your real life, not online. Okay, wait. Online filter bubbles have been the prevailing explanation as to why we've all started hating each other more over the last 2 decades. If that's not the case, shouldn't the internet open our minds and make us more empathetic with each other? Unfortunately, your brain is stupid. Your brain is stupid. Human brains didn't evolve to understand the true nature of reality, but to navigate and maintain social structures. Our ancestors desperately needed each other to survive, so our brains had to make sure we cooperated. That's why social isolation or exclusion feels so horrible, because it was actually life-threatening. The tribe that worked together survived. A divided tribe died. The way communities worked for thousands of years is that, sure, you may have disliked a neighbour, but because you lived close to each other, you also rooted for the same sports club or saw them at church. You both thought that the people from the other village were idiots. Being physically close made you familiar and created similarities that bridged the gap of different worldviews so you didn't murder each other. And your worldview was probably not that different in the first place because it was formed by the same local culture. When our brains evolved,
I think I'll just stick to wolves for now.
Was similar to us. We liked what was similar to us. This
Man's
kept us
best
aligned
friend.
enough to work together despite our differences. As humanity moved on from small tribes to towns and cities, from chiefdoms to kingdoms to nations, our brains and our communities had to adapt to more diverse sets of neighbours. We began to meet on the town square or in universities where we argued and screamed at each other. But in the grand scheme of things, communities were still relatively isolated, we were still pretty similar and aligned with the people around us. Conflict and disagreement are not a bad thing per se. Tension over how we should live can create new and wonderful things. Our values, norms and taboos are always evolving, and whatever we think is normal today will not be normal in the future. But we also need social glue to hold our societies together, because our brains don't care about the meta level of humanity, but about being safe in a tribe. Until about 20 years ago, we did something truly new that hit our brains like a freight train: the social media internet, the digital town square. Don't you dare disagree with me. Social sorting. In a nutshell, our brains are not able to process the amount of disagreement we encounter on the social internet. The very mechanisms that made it possible for our ancestors to work together in the first place are derailed in ways we were not prepared for. Whether you wanted to or not, your brain sorts people by worldviews and opinions into teams. This is not simply tribalism, it goes further. Researchers have called this process social sorting. On the digital town square, you encounter people that express opinions or share information that clash with your worldview. But unlike your neighbour, they don't root for your local sports club. You're missing the local social glue your brain needs to align with them. For your brain, the disagreement between yourself and them becomes a central part of their identity. And this makes it less likely that you will seriously consider their position or opinion in the future. If you hear bad things about them, your brain is much more likely to believe it uncritically. On the flip side, there are people who share your worldview and are maybe even more similar to you than many people in your real life, which makes your brain like them a lot and kind of hyper-align with them. People who think like you are probably good people because you're a good person and whatever social group you belong to is good. So your brain is more likely to believe their opinions. If you hear bad things about them, your brain is much more likely to dismiss it uncritically. The engagement-driven social internet makes it worse because it wants to keep you online as long as possible.
I'm done.
And the most engaging emotion is, unfortunately, anger.
Are you kidding
The
me?
more angry you get, the more likely you are to share and engage, and this leads to social media amplifying the most extreme and controversial opinions. It optimizes not only to show us disagreement, but the worst disagreement possible. And because your stupid brain is sorting people into teams, whatever the worst opinions are, it assigns the same opinions to everybody on the other team. What's striking and new about online polarization is that all the aspects of our lives that make us individuals, our lifestyle choices, the comedians or shows we watch, our religion, sense of fashion and so on, are condensed, making it seem that they're parts of opposing and mutually exclusive identities. This simplifies and distorts disagreements about how we should run society so much that it often seems as if the people on the other team are actively, willfully making the world worse. That they're almost evil, beyond convincing with rationality, facts, or civil discussion. While you are, of course, on the correct team, it may be hard to process that you may seem like that to people on the other team. On a societal level, this is dissolving the social glue that's the foundation of our democracies. If we think our neighbors are evil, how can we live together? This is especially bad in the US, where the two-party system makes it extra easy to think of people in terms of teams. Negative opinion about the other party has reached record highs. Okay, is there something we can learn from this? Is there something we can do? Something more positive, opinion part. In the end, it's important to be aware of what social media does to your brain. It's easier to change yourself than to change the world, so you can self-examine why you believe the things you believe, and whether you dismiss or believe information based on who the person is who is stating that information. The internet comes with a lot of ups and downs, and just like we had to adapt from living in small tribes to living in cities, we need to adapt to the information age where we have access to billions of people. Evolution is too slow, so we need to find models that work with what our brains are able to tolerate. One model that seemed to work well was the pre-social media internet old people might remember. Bulletin boards, forums, blogs. The main difference to today was twofold. For one, there were no algorithms fighting to keep you online at any cost. At some point, you were done with the internet for the day, as mind-blowing as this may sound. But more importantly, the old internet was very fractured, split into thousands of different communities, like small villages gathering around shared beliefs and interests. These villages were separated from each other by digital rivers or mountains. These communities worked Ground News, the sponsor of this video, is trying to make these biases more transparent by giving you tools that help you think critically about the information you consume, a mission we wholeheartedly support. Ground News gathers related articles from around the world in one place, so you can compare how different outlets and sites cover them. They provide context about the source of the information, if they have political bias, how reliable their reporting is, and who owns them. This makes the news less stressful and makes you understand the world much better. If you want to check them out, go to ground.news/nutshell. If you sign up through this link, you'll get 30% off their unlimited access plan. The subscription supports Kurzgesagt and Ground News, so they can continue to build more media literacy tools. Our favourite tool has a personal background. In 2018, Kurzgesagt founder Philip, who wrote this video, was going through chemotherapy and was intensely bored, so he ended up reading all the big German newspapers, even the ones he hated, front to back, every single day. Aside from the obvious biases, what was the most shocking were the stories each side did not talk about. Both sides ignored things that are inconvenient to their worldviews. The Ground News blind spot feed highlights this exact thing, showing you news stories that are heavily covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. So check them out at ground.news/nutshell to make sure that you're seeing the full picture.
I think it's time to get the whip. Now watch me whip. I'm sorry. I should spend the rest of my money on anti-poisons and stuff. Hopefully it'll help. Uh-oh. No, there aren't. There's still plenty of games that have openings. Like Mary Skelter. But most of the game from the developers of that. Like Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Over 20 years later, the Super Smash Bros. Melee opening still gives me goosebumps. The animation, fast cuts highlighting each character, the Yoshi Stampede, the Chic Zelda interlude with the mystical bridge section, the Tiffany rolls at the end, building the anticipation and the excitement, the announcer yelling the name of the game at the end, which smoothly transitions into the title screen. Hell yeah, we ain't playing any old video game, we playing a motherfucking video game. I always watch it to this day. When friends come over to play some Melee and one of those punk ass skip-its, I have to get up, smack them upside the head, hit the power button twice, and sit back down and we bask in greatness. We come from a long line of mountain climbers. In this household, we don't skip pink. Today we're talking about video game opening cinematics. Some games have something that plays on the title screen in the background, and I love these, but I ain't talking about these today. I ain't talking about first cutscenes like in Elden Ring when they start the game showing the loathsome doo-doo eater. I ain't talking about a cold open on a fresh save file at Wii Sports Resort Boo Island Skydive. Although I do absolutely love this section, so incredible, chef's kiss, piece of pasta. I'm talking about a scene that automatically plays before the title screen every time you turn the game on.
Are limits only once per rest?
To a minute and a half long. Now, I couldn't find any sort of comprehensive list of every single game that has ever had one, so I made a list of games that I played as a kid that had one, then asked my community for some suggestions. And thank you, because hot damn did y'all goddamn deliver. But there's way too many to go through all of them. I'm sorry, guys. Back to Smash Bros. The other openings, while very good in their own right, they were never able to quite capture the same magic that Melee's opening had. With the first opening in the 64th Smash game, it was able to pretty quickly explain what the premise of the series is. A kid playing make-believe and mashing their Nintendo toys together. The final boss is literally the hand that controls them. Given the limitations of the hardware, it was primarily the in-game models bouncing off each other, but it's still certainly charming and timeless. But with the Melee opening, they went all out. Got 3 different computer graphics and animation studios to work on it. The only limitation of it is Melee had 14 initial playable characters and 12 more unlockable. But I guess to not spoil who the secret characters are, the opening would have only showed the 14 starter ones, plus Jigglypuff, who was already in the first game. The Smash game before Melee would update these silhouettes of the secret characters with their PNGs after you would unlock each one. And the Smash game after Melee, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, would update the opening character scroll with each unlockable character as you played the game more and more. Brawl was unique in that it had a story mode, Subspace Emissary, which featured extremely okay Kirby-style gameplay, but really cool boss fights and really cool cutscenes. I always loved these. We could see these scripted interactions from all these different franchise characters coming together. So for the opening itself, it was primarily a cutscene sizzle reel of scenes from subspace, interspersed with little bits of gameplay. Again, mostly featuring characters who are unlocked at the start and are from twice, but they do have time to fit in Solid Snake and Sonic the Hedgehog, Smash's first ever third-party guest characters. Brawl's opening song featured this grand operatic theme, fully orchestrated with a Latin choir for longtime Final Fantasy composer Luogo Maceo, so you already know it's gonna be ballin'. This song makes you feel like you're gladiators fighting in a coliseum going up against a fleet of penguins headless. The theme song to the Wii game where Super Mario beats Toon Link with a baseball bat does not need to go this hard, but everyone is glad that it does. For many players, this is basically the main theme of all Smash Bros. The cutscenes really were a big draw of Subspace. However, apparently people watched them on YouTube without playing the game was upsetting to the game's creators, I guess? So instead of having a story mode with cutscenes, for future Smash games they instead put their cutscene budget into high-quality pre-release trailers, which yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to do it. And build excitement leading towards release. And for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the opening opened with a lot of scenes from those trailers to highlight all the characters. And the rest of the opening is gameplay. Exciting gameplay for sure, but just gameplay. I do really like the song though. Not quite as exhilarating as Melee's or Brawl, but still pretty good. Its sister game, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, does not really have an opening though. And the most recent one, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, also known as Smush. And its opening it's okay, even though similar to Smash 4, its cutscene resources went into pre-release trailers and really into DLC trailers. The opening is mostly a gameplay sizzle reel. Smush also did have a story mode, if you can call it that, and the story mode has, if I remember correctly, 1 2/2 cutscenes, and the opening has a few very short clips from those. The song that plays is Lifelight, sung by a female vocalist, which is pretty good. It has English lyrics that I don't know what's going on with these lyrics. They describe the story mode, the final DLC trailer for Sora. I'm not entirely sure. It's very poetic and vague. It is kind of the most disappointing opening of the 5, but I don't fault it too much because this game had like 60 or 70 some odd characters before DLC, and everyone shows up for a little bit before the real main character of Smash is revealed. Pikachu, apparently. On the real though, I'm glad that something is still here at all. These opening cinematics in video games are kind of a lost art form, which honestly makes sense. If you have limited resources for game development, why put a ton of that into something that players will likely skip 90% of the time? A pivotal cutscene in the middle of the game? Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Some BS before the game starts? I ain't watching all that. I turn the game on to play the game. But the openings do add a little extra pizzazz. Now the opening to the Live Alive remake, I never skip this. It sure does help that it's only like 10 seconds long, and I have to loudly talk over it to prevent a copyright claim. Thank you, Square Enix. But a cool thing is that it updates some of the scenes after the game, so there may have been some spoilers in there. Whoopsie! The Smash openings honestly could have been the whole video. It's fun to look at how they've changed over time. But let's look at some others. These opening cinematics were there to get you hyped up for the game before you play the game. Kind of like intros to Saturday morning cartoons. Partially because these would usually be the most animated part of the show. The best part of Digimon was always the Digimon song at the start, not the 10-minute long Digivolving sequences each episode. Opening sequences have been around for quite a while, but they're probably the most prevalent in the GameCube, PS2, Xbox, first Xbox era. Some of them are like trailers for the game before you start playing the game, even though you already bought the game and you're about to start playing it anyways. Now the Monster Hunter series, these openings were always beautiful, featuring high-quality models and animations. They were able to convey the core gameplay loop and key mechanics of each game, and later ones displayed the thrill of the hunt and sheer threat of the monsters, which is exactly why they have to be hunted to extinction. I'm the good guy here, for real, I promise. One thing I really like about these openings, like for example, the 2 openings to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, so even though it's these high-resolution scenes, you can still tell exactly on the map in actual gameplay where these scenes are taking place. I love that attention to detail. Monster Hunter games are pretty light on story, but one thing I love about the opening to Monster Hunter Generations is that it shows a group of rookie hunters taking on Gladness for the first time. They're clearly inexperienced, fumbling and stumbling over each other, but they manage to persevere. And in this game's enhanced cousin, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, notable for its its appearance in Waterkoi, this game has a brand new opening, and we see the exact same group of 4 hunters, except now they're much more experienced. The hammer main is wearing the armor of the lab as they fought earlier. They're much more of a coordinated unit, unlike me and my friends when we play online. I love this. This type of thing is what the Monster Hunter movie should have been, and not whatever this was or whatever this was. But nowadays in Monster Hunter, the initial load screens are so long that they just go title screen, and instead they have the more cinematic moments happen during the game. Some Final Fantasy games, especially the remakes and re-releases, have these gorgeously animated openings where you can see the full detail of the characters. Especially when the games used pixel art or cheap models due to hardware limitations, it was a way to know what these characters really
I just remembered, I should be eating bats.
Fill in the gaps. Star Fox's Assault intro feels like the beginning of an episode of Star Trek. The intro is fully orchestrated like the rest of the game. This game is so awesome, man. It never gets talked about. I'm convinced people who didn't like it only played the demo at Walmart or something and didn't play the whole thing. Some openings are like a character sizzle reel or cutscene sizzle reel. A lot of the Sonic the Hedgehog games have an opening, but my favorite opening has got to be the one from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It's a hype sequence with Sonic and Shadow grinding each other, towards each other, and all 6 playable characters flash on screen. Knuckles barks on the camera. This opening is cool as hell, but not really reflective
No way.
because there's not enough Chow cards. The opening the Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo, aka the greatest video game of all time. I'm not really sure they kept making video games after this one. It starts with that iconic title splash and grandfather clock pendulum, and then displays all the cool locales from across different time periods you visit in the game. The PlayStation 1 port and future releases added a bunch of animated cutscenes, including a brand new opening sequence of various scenes of characters from the game in higher detail. The closer match the look of the box art and those Toriyama designs. Although,
actually, Croft was not in the party for the Zombor boss fight. This opening is inaccurate. I can't believe it messed up that detail. What a butchered port.
along the same lines, games that have manga and anime-inspired art styles frequently have these types of intro sequences before the title screen, which makes sense because it's like watching the opening to an anime. In fact, many of them are animated in the style of hand-drawn animation instead of the game's 3D models, as if they are straight up a TV show. Like, if you showed these to people who did not already know these were video game characters, they'd think it was a TV show. For example, the Persona series has these types of openings, and what's really cool about these is that when the enhanced version comes out, they do a whole new opening, so you get to see two openings with all your favorite characters. Like the original Persona 5 opening has Joker swinging through the city like Spider-Man, and the Royale version has the party members smashing open a bunch of presents. Probably the presents they bought with all the profits of Persona 5, and Persona 5 Royal, and Persona 5 Strikers, and the Persona 5 manga, and Persona 5 Anime, and Persona 5 X, and Persona 5 Tactics, and Persona 5 Dancing. There's probably more I'm forgetting. Look, if you think this numbered entry in a JRPG series is built, just wait till you hear about Final Fantasy VII. God Eater 3. I thought this game was going to be like Cooking Mama on Mount Olympus, but no, it's just anime Monster Hunter. You eat zero gods in this game. False advertising. Anyways, it has a big old anime opening. This is just a TV show. Guilty Gear Strive. Awesome animated opening with a live band singing about his blazing bullshit. Maybe get that checked out.
Can't bring sound before my dead people, I guess.
This is just a TV show. All of the Kingdom Hearts. This is not a TV show. Instead, these are like music videos for each of these really beautiful pop songs that I don't think have much to do with the game's plot. I remember as a kid them playing this song, Simple and Clean, the Kingdom Hearts commercials on regular TV. And I'm pretty sure this song alone is what kickstarted a lot of future reboots' interest in Kingdom Hearts. I also cannot play this song by itself on YouTube due to copyright and have to talk really loudly over it. Thank you, Square Enix. These are so much fun to watch.
I need to see if I can try. I gotta try.
Sometimes spoil the story of the story-based game that you are playing. This character who's an antagonist at the beginning of the game is with the rest of the party in the opening? I wonder if they'll join the party later. Speaking of stories, some intros have some prologue to the actual story. It's some background info that you can watch if you want, but it ain't all that important. If it was,
they die now.
it'll be the actual game. Shit! Joke to aside, these are fine. You watch it once the first time you turn the game on, and that's it. Gran Turismo. The intro of those games always got the intro into cars driving around. And in Gran Turismo 7, well, it's called Gran Turismo 7 because it always starts with a 7-minute long opening with the history of every car ever made, from the Model T all the way up to the modern day Batman car, followed by the cars driving around and crashing. Looks like that guy's bad at Gran Turismo. Case study. Fire Emblem, my favorite game series that I rarely
Let's
talk
go.
about because many of its
Eat
players
some bats.
So early in the series, it was all prologue for 1,000 years ago, the 8 heroes...
I can't believe I forgot about this ability.
Sometimes it comes up in the game,
I mean,
it ain't a big deal. Or they could go
actually, it makes a lot of sense. I forget such an ability, but...
Now, here's every character in the game, every single character, don't blink, here's every character! But with Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, you know, the game for the series should have died afterwards. These are basically trailers for the game itself. In fact, I would not be surprised if these were initially used as trailers, and then they put them in the game too. Partially cutscene sizzle reel, partially gameplay spectacle, partially high-quality art showcase, which is a category that we ain't even got time to talk about today, and partially unique stuff only in the opening. On the 3DS games, their openings were more like anime openings in the same graphical style as the high-quality cutscenes during the game. But they contain fully unique scenes, which are really cool, very artsy. Probably would make for good reveal trailers in a Nintendo Direct, you know? Shadows of Valentia, Young Alm, and Celica are reading a book. What the heck? Fire Emblem players don't read. Three Houses on the Switch. Now this one, it's mostly just a cutscene sizzle reel, but you're off from the game's 4 different routes. So I guess to maybe avoid spoilers, some of the screen is half covered with art of the bone weapons. I'm not sure what the vision was here. The song of the game has vocals that I believe are sung from the perspective of the real main character of Three Houses, Edelgard. But the next Switch FE game, Fire Emblem Engage, has this full unique sequence before the title screen highlighting the main characters and some of the story synopsis. This is really pretty, really well animated. Hang on, can we turn the volume up real quick? Look, I clown on the game's opening every chance I
Wait,
get.
the creep's back to full health.
As a lifelong musician and lifelong player of video games and lifelong player of Fire Emblem and lifelong eardrum haver, this is one of the worst pieces of music I've heard in my entire life. But having a 4Kids English dub style opening song does fit the more cartoony tone of this particular Fire Emblem game, which does not transition nicely into our next category, atmosphere. Now some games openings aren't a hype up.
Damn it. It's alright, I guess B3 can still miss.
Slide you down.
What if we're at the end game and she still misses occasionally? That would suck.
Be it Wind Waker's whimsy or Ocarina's melancholy. But Twilight Princess, the angsty one, has a simple opening.
And the stronger claymores continuously get lower and lower hit rate, from what I saw from guides and stuff.
Spooky opening. Mario sports games, you know, it shows them playing Mario sports where wacky hijinks are ensuing. Mario, the character that no one plays as, usually wins in these sequences because his name is in the title, he is contractually obligated to win, it would be bad branding if he did not. Same sort of deal with some of the Mario parts. Now the exception to this silly sporty fun time is Mario Strikers Charged, where everyone is fucking pissed that they have to play soccer. So instead, everyone's trying to kill each other. The fans are running to their seats or getting electrocuted. This ain't actual men's soccer. Hey, you know about a finger and injury here? This game should have been rated M for mature, for murder, for Mario. Makes a good opening. Obviously, no one's gonna complain if there is not one. Again, people turn on the game to get to the game. But I think the best openings in modern games should be short but quality. Fun to watch, but also fine to skip. Like Pokemon. The first several generations of handheld games all started with exciting, really high quality animation that get you excited to play the games, but make the player feel like they're embarking on a grand adventure. They're filled with mystery and intrigue, showing glimpses of a new powerful legendary Pokemon. Really great openings, but fine to skip. Jump to present day, Pokemon finally starts with a book. Just a book. Maybe they should have read that book on how to make a better game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, then you may enjoy a previous video of mine about save data bonuses in video games. Comment below with what your favorite video game openings are, and today's comment code word is cinema. Comment cinema if you made it all the way through the video, and that's it. Video's over.
Did healing waltz heal the creep? Fuck. No, it healed Bailey. There's bats here. Num num. Ah, it's just luck again. Oh well, they're easy enough to feed on, so. Hey, the main reason I wanted to play the fighter was so I didn't have to bother with the bats, but if I ate them, they would just never be a bother. Ever. What does luck do? What do all the stats do? I'd love to know. Oh, there's one left. V3 missing is honestly just the worst. And she keeps doing it! There goes the creep. Need a replacement. You're not going to be the replacement. Don't you dare. Thank you. I guess the snakes hate V3 in particular. They only bare their fangs at her. What level are we? I think we're almost close to 10. I think leveling up to 10 would be a good ending point. Ooh, I want a shark. I just remembered. making them turn on each other. Delectably evil. Captured monsters always deal very good damage. Forgot I can't run. I want the shark. Let's see if we can get a shark. Damn. Two sharks. Hell yeah. Here you go. Hey! Well, I still want to eat the bats and you know where. How strong is the shark? 240. It's pretty good. Damn. Okay, max HP is amazing. Not sure where else there might be bats, but for now, that's the video. Hey, Mad Pony. Lovely pacification. Is that a real word? Lovely pacifying. There. Fuck.